Let's start at night.
Hi!
Who'd you vote for?
I forgot.
He's gonna sue. Jay Shelley.
What do you think you are? Like, I'm
this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Sullivan, Vice Principal of Central High School.
All right, good morning, everybody. I just want to take a minute before we start to talk about this process and what this assembly means. We are here today to listen to candidates who are stepping forward to lead, to represent your voice and shape the direction of our school for next year. The selection of student leaders is not something to be taken lightly, and it is a meaningful responsibility. The student body officers, along with the leadership program, are responsible for planning major events like homecoming, promoting school spirit, and building a school community where everyone feels like they belong. This process reflects the principles of democracy. Each of you has a voice, and your vote matters. But with that comes the expectation that we listen respectfully, consider each candidate thoughtfully, and conduct ourselves in a way that reflects the seriousness of this moment. Please give your full attention to each speaker, carefully consider their their vision and ideas, and remember that the choices you make today will define the kind of school community we'll become next year. Thank you.
Now, will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Please stand.
We're here anyway. You're good right now. United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now, Senior Class President, Parker Von Fishbach, will give the thought of the day.
Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all of the difference. Robert Frost.
Thank you, Parker. Very thought-provoking. Welcome to the Central High School Student Body Officers Candidate Forum. My name is Christian Lopez, current Student Body President of Central High School. The purpose of this assembly is to provide the candidates an opportunity to discuss their ideas for the upcoming school year, and for you, the student body, to decide which candidate will best represent Central High School. Today, you will hear from the candidates for each office. The candidates will each give a 2-minute opening speech. After these speeches, follow-up questions will be asked for each candidate to answer. The first candidate will respond, followed by a response from the other candidate. Remember that the student body officers coordinate all student government activities and events, including leading homecoming weeks, directing community service projects, conducting elections, promoting school spirit, and even bringing the Missouri Advocate. And serve as the representatives of the student body to the administration. One of the most important responsibilities of the student body administration. Cabinet is an important part of the leadership team that helps conduct all government activities. As a candidate shares a vision for next year, please keep an open mind and choose who you believe is the best candidate for each office. We will begin with the office of treasurer. Our current student body treasurer, Lily Carter, will introduce your candidate.
The two candidates running for student body treasurer are Solomon Goodman and Charlie Tipton. We will now hear opening remarks by Solomon, followed by Charlie.
What's going on, Central? I'm incredibly honored to be here today. If you don't know me, my name is Saul Goodman, and I'd like to tell you just a little bit about myself before I start with the rest. Starting off, I have over 500 hours on Elden Ring. I, like the rest of you, love Harvey's and Broadway. And my lucrative music career arguing money stuff over the last 3 years have taught me all about chasing the bag. So I'd be putting my skills to good use for this school. Now, in Jaden Christopher Smith's words, let's talk about the political and economic state of Central right now. So, what am I talking about exactly? As your treasurer, I want to make sure that your high school experience is unforgettable. As I realize we only get 4 years to do this. 4 years of classes, exams, sweaty assemblies, being left on red, teacher feedback comments, and then after that, it's time to graduate. Time flies, but I will make sure it is memorable for all of you. First, working with the bookkeeper, I will keep track of the money, and I will continue to fill the pockets of the school while making sure it goes back exclusively to the students to support and create the most stellar experiences possible for all of you. Second, I want to see more involvement in the small things. I realize that the small things are the most important parts about high school. Little functions and moments of student participation. Those 5-minute parts where you go out in the hallway. For example, it would be wonderful to fund smaller events such as special scavenger hunts around the school with neat treats and prizes. I'd like to look forward to giving some of our student musicians, some of you beautiful musicians who not only represent yourselves through music, but really I want to give you performances around the school year. So, thirdly, I want to use the funds to emphasize our school's beautiful culture and sense of pride, while also ensuring that the changes made in the next year are as bearable as possible for everyone. Which means welcoming in the newcomers and sprucing up our current attendees in a way that makes everybody feel welcomed under the Central banner. I will do so more than just this. But the most important changes I actually want to make will come from your personal suggestions. So, in the words of the legendary GOAT LeBron Raymond James, or King James, being a winner is a curse. It doesn't matter how much you've won before. You're not a winner until you win again and again and again. And that is why, Central, I promise to keep winning for you if you elect me. I promise that time and time again I will strive to be the very best and continue making extraordinary wins for you. I will never rest until your voices are heard, the fans are made, and the money is flowing. So if there's no one else on your side, then you better call Saul.
Hey Central, my name is Charlie Tipton, and I wanted to be your student body treasurer. Over my past 3 years here, I've learned a lot about myself and the people around me. I've learned that I love our school, that everyone deserves to be heard, and the importance of having a community. I've had the privilege of being a part of amazing programs like cross-country, theater, and of course student government, which has taught me how important it is to be involved here at Central. As your student body treasurer, I would do everything I could to help everyone say they had the opportunity to be involved and to find a community of great people. For example, I think things like color wars and assembly games are great ways to be involved, and I would advocate for more fun opportunities like that for students to participate in. Some ideas I would like to propose are things like a school-wide scavenger hunt or a day for lunch on the lawn. Another idea I would like to bring to Central is the game Rochambeau, where everyone who wants to play would sign up to get a beaded necklace. In between classes, a player could challenge another player to a game of Rochambeau, which is basically just rock, paper, scissors, and the winner gets all of the other players' beads. The tournament could end during one of our pep assemblies for the final prize. In addition to my ideas, I also want to be a voice for those who feel like they may not have one, and I would love to hear any of your other suggestions for things we could do next year. Next year is going to be different, and that can be scary, but it also gives us the chance to create new opportunities and traditions in our school. There are a lot of big changes on the horizon that are beyond our control, but I'm committed to helping Central move forward with my enthusiastic support. I have truly adored my time here at Central, and my biggest goal is to help you all feel the same. High school is supposed to be one of the best times of our lives, and to quote both our choir teacher, Mr. Minks, and this year's yearbook team, it's what you make of it. So vote Charlie Tipton to be your student body treasurer, and let's make the most of it. Our first question will be directed to Solomon. Charlie will have an opportunity to respond. One of the goals of student government is to make an impact in our community during events like the Blood Drive, Powder Puff, and Season of Giving charity campaign. How would you improve our community engagement?
I will improve engagement with the student body through both creating new friendships and connections between the student body and the students made through events such as assemblies, but also through real practical efforts like easy and incentivized student feedback forms on student body decisions, as well as building social hype through our social media and online connections. I want to make a connection with all of you personally, so I want you all to feel built into the student body, even if you're not personally in it, which means that you are the most important voices of change and reason for what we do with our events in this school. With me, you will feel included in everything.
As I said, going into this next school year, we have the opportunity to bring a lot of new ideas to the table. I think it's important as a leader to be a listener first to new ideas, but I also have some of my own. I also think that we need to lead by example. A lot of people may be afraid to engage because nobody else is. By fully participating in things like dress-up days and attending extra events like Powder Puff, I hope to provide safety in numbers and encourage other students to participate too.
Our second question is for Charlie. Solomon will have the opportunity to respond. How would you make sure student government is working as a team to help Central reach its full potential?
I think one of the most essential parts of working as a team is allowing everyone to have a voice and an opinion. As a representative of my peers, I would try my best to remain open-minded to all ideas and opinions. This way, everyone gets to feel just as important as everyone else, and we won't have to miss out on the next great idea just because someone felt like they couldn't speak up. Being open-minded will be especially important in this upcoming school year, so I think it's a great trait to have in any of our leaders.
I'd like our student government to be more defined, with a clear goal and specifications for exactly what we do for the school. I want our exact jobs and student body assignments to be put down on paper, and also to be made accessible to the larger student audience and made transparent, so that you guys can understand what we do in order to better feel involved. It's time to make it make sense. Where I really also want to focus on is integrating the student body shift with next year's changes in a way where everybody feels like they're a part of one unified student body, including all of you.
Our next up is the secretary. Our current student body secretary, Andrew Duncan, will introduce your candidates for student body secretary.
The two candidates running for student body secretary are Maria Mundugu and AJ Shelley. We will now hear opening remarks by Maria, followed by AJ.
What's up, Central High School? My name is Maria Mundugu, and I'm proud to stand here today running to be your next student body secretary. My goat, Master Uwe, once said, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. So my question is, how can we, as high school students, who are so focused on our future that we often forget to enjoy each moment, learn to slow down and focus and live in the seconds? That's why my main goal for the next school year is to ensure that no student misses out on an opportunity and makes every second count. I believe true engagement is built on ideas. Therefore, my campaign is built on one simple idea. I, inclusion for all. D, discovery of new potential. E, engagement with every student. And A, action that gets results. Let's start with I, inclusion for all. Especially with the transition of Lafayette and incoming freshmen, it's more important than ever that every student feels welcomed and supported. Let's move on to D, discovery for new potential. Next year will be uncharted territory with an influx of people coming to our school. I'm sure you guys remember your first day of freshman year, feeling scared and alone in a new building with new people and experiences. So my next goal for the next school year is to create a community to ensure no one feels isolated. Next is E, engagement with every student. When you vote for Maria, the leaders of our school will listen to your ideas. I don't want any students in this school to feel ashamed or uncertain about asking questions. So I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Raise your hand if you knew that there was a suggestion survey on a weekly email where you can submit your ideas to improve our school. I'm looking around this room and I'm not seeing many hands raised. That's because there isn't one. And that's exactly the issue I want to address. Every idea, no matter how big or small, is crucial to make a difference within our school. And as your student body secretary, it will be my job to make that happen. And the last part of my plan is A, action that gets results. While my campaign is built on ideas, ideas mean nothing without action. I don't want to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it. That includes goals like incorporating more engaging activities, bringing back students' interviews, increasing events like class wars, and supporting the creation of new clubs and after-school activities. But this doesn't just rely on me. It also involves you. I'm asking you to put yourselves out there, to take risks, and to speak up. At the same time, as your student body secretary, I will take responsibility for reaching out, especially to the underclassmen, to listen to your ideas and make sure your voices are heard. So if you get the idea, vote Maria.
What's good, Central? Before I begin, I would like to read a quote that inspired me to stand here before you all today. Plato once said, "If you do not take an interest in the affairs of your government, then you are doomed to live under the rule of fools." This had affirmed my interest in leading a certain change here behind Central, and I hope you all will join me today in my interest to make Central the best it can be here today. So, you might already know, I'm AJ Shelley, and I'd like to show you, the student body, why I'd be most honored to have your vote as student body secretary. Let's start with, I'm reliable, hardworking, and experienced, with similar positions already making me an excellent candidate. We can get to that later. Before I tell you all why, let's think back to our first moments in Central, where we didn't know the difference between the freshman, sophomore, and main buildings. Some of us still don't. In a school this large, sometimes we feel lost, and even possibly disconnected. But we do not have to feel this way. As your secretary, I will be sure to provide the important information and crucial communication necessary for you all to feel bound by keeping communication simple, clear, and direct. First and foremost, I am reliable, considering that throughout high school, I've been able to handle several simultaneous responsibilities in a wide variety of organizations and activities, such as debate, SBLA, SCCLA, DECA, tennis, track, cross country, French club, Spanish club, as well as extracurriculars outside of Central, such as the community theater, several college camps, and volunteering, such as the summer school at a local elementary school, as well as a local nursing home. With all this, I've been able to handle these obligations, maintain good grades, and handle a steady job. This goes to show that I'm dependable and handle responsibility along with commitment. Furthermore, I am diligent. In all these activities, I put forth my best effort, which is what I plan to do for you all as secretary. You, the student body, need someone who is willing to put the culmination of their efforts together toward the greater good. I will be sure to use my abilities to communicate ideas and information to the student body. Lastly, I am the secretary for SCCLA, in which I help organize and coordinate events, so I already understand what it really takes to be a secretary. I will transfer these crucial skills to the student body as your secretary, because I'm not just some guy with a dream, but I'm also a man with a plan. So, with all that said, today, when those polls open, we will weigh what we need in our candidates. While any of these candidates would excel in their position, today we will make that decision of who will represent us as a student body. I would greatly appreciate the opportunity to give your vote right back to the student body. Thank you for your vote.
Our first question will be directed to Maria. AJ will have an opportunity to respond.
While the big events are exciting times of the year,
what are some ways to improve the student body experience during the downtimes of the school year?
Thank you, Andrew. I would improve communication by implementing a weekly announcement video that would be shown during seminar. This ensures that every student is receiving the same information at the same time. Instead of relying on whether they hear announcements or check their email, these videos would be short, engaging, and highlight important events, deadlines, and opportunities for the next week. My goal is to make communication clear, consistent, and accessible so no one misses out simply because he didn't hear about it.
Good answer. And great question. But without phones, we need posters. Multilingual for English learners, for all grades, so that everyone has the opportunity to participate. Some of you might have already seen my posters and handouts, in which I included my message in Spanish and English in order to be as inclusive as possible. As your secretary, I will represent the people to the best of my capability. And as I have shown, I am more than able to do so for every single student in the student body. Direct links to info and daily announcements will allow all students to be involved. At home, using social media to involve students from all grade levels would be wonderful. Thank you.
Our second question is for AJ, where Rita will have an opportunity to respond. What ideas do you have to integrate underclassmen into the culture of Central High School?
Great question, Andrew. And honestly, it's unwise to exempt half of our student body, the underclassmen, from participation in school events, who have shown they could and should provide important ideas through digital and physical surveys, since preparation for school events is more than just decorating the hallways for homecoming, for example. As your student body secretary, I will allow underclassmen to contribute ideas and crucial information towards their respective grade and inevitably for the greater good of the student body as a whole. Thank you.
That's a great response, Amy. Leadership starts with access and opportunity. As I mentioned earlier, I want to implement a suggestion survey that involves all students that makes sure all students have access to it. This can be promoted through the weekly email so students always know how and where to contribute their ideas. When students take the first risk to express their ideas, it's a stepping stone to become a leader. Based on the most common issues expressed in the survey, I want to create student-led subcommittees that are focused on issues like school spirit, equity, and culture. This allows students to gain experience and feel comfortable stepping into leadership roles. Thank you.
Our current student body vice president, Hayden Root, will introduce your candidates for student body vice president.
The two candidates running for student body vice president are Jocelyn Chambers and Sophia Rodriguez Savage. We will now hear opening remarks by Jocelyn, followed by Sophia.
Good morning, Central. My name is Jocelyn Chambers. I want to start off by saying how much I truly love Central and being a part of this school. From the moment I got here, I knew this was a place where I wanted to be involved and make a difference. That's why I joined activities like theater and student government. I wanted to meet new people, try new things, and make the most out of my high school experience. Central has become more than just a school to me. It's a place where I've grown, built friendships, and have felt supported. Because of that, I want to give back in a bigger way. Becoming your vice president wouldn't just be an honor. It would be an opportunity for me to represent you, listen to you, and make our school a better place for everyone. My goal is to help make the 2026-2027 school year the best one yet. With changes coming next year, it is important that we create an environment where every student feels comfortable, included, and excited to be here. School should not just be a place where you go every day. It should be a place where you feel like you belong and create memories that last long after graduation. One thing I want to focus on is making sure everyone feels heard. I want to create a suggestion box for school spirit days and other activities so that students can share ideas and have a voice in decisions. I also want to bring more energy and excitement to school events, whether it's organizing tailgates, planning more color wars, or coming up with new ways to bring people together. I want to make sure that everyone has the chance to be involved and show school spirit. These are the moments that bring us together and make school more than just classes and homework. Lastly, I'm passionate about helping organize an after-prom event. Prom is such a special night, and I think it would be amazing to give students a safe and fun way to continue celebrating together and create memories. Throughout my time at Central, I've been lucky enough to build meaningful friendships and connections, and I truly want every student to have that same experience. As Vice President, I will do my best to be someone you can come to, someone who listens, and someone who cares and takes action. I'm not just asking for your vote, I'm asking for your trust. If you choose me as your Vice President, I promise to give my time, my energy, and my dedication to making Central a place where everyone feels valued and included. I'd like to end with a quote by Simon Sinek. Leadership is not about just being in charge, it is about taking care of those in your charge. And that is the leader I strive to be. Vote me as your Vice President, and together, let's make next year one we will never forget. Thank you.
Good morning, Central High School. For those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Sophia Rodriguez-Savage, and I'm running for your Student Body Vice President. If my face seems familiar, hopefully it's because you've seen me around the school, or maybe on the football field performing with a band, volleyball games, or anything like that. I tend to spend most of my time here at Central, as many of you can relate. So I hope that you guys can tell how sincere I'm being when I say that I truly love this school with all my heart. First, I would like to say what an honor it truly is to be standing up here talking to you all. For those who have voted me, who have supported me along the way, there's no way I could have done this without you, and I will forever be grateful. As Student Body Vice President, my hope is to be a woman of the people, to be the kind of person that all of you can feel comfortable just coming up to share an idea or a concern, or even just to say hello. Because at the end of the day, the student government is a way for the students to have their voices heard. The things you wish you could change, the things you wish would be celebrated more, those ideas matter. And they deserve to be listened to. If you've ever wanted something to be included for homecoming, for prom, or even a cool idea for Festivus, or at the assemblies, now is the time to speak up. A suggestion box to be open to make it easier to hear from everyone. Weekly polls with questions so that you guys can vote on things like themes, songs, activities, and more. Because your ideas don't have to stay an idea. We can make them happen together. Central is so vibrant and full of life, and that's all because of you. Your voices, your talents, and your perspectives are all what make this school so special. Our different backgrounds, experiences, cultures, and ideas bring us together, turning this school into more than just a place we go every day, but turning it into a community. Thank you all for hearing what I have to say. I hope that my goals and plans resonated with you, and maybe you were even inspired to start thinking up of your own ideas or ways to shake things up. And I meant what I said earlier. When you see me in the hallway, stop me and say hello. I want to know every individual that makes up our beautiful school. So today, when you cast your votes, I hope you will choose someone who genuinely cares about the school and you. Someone who will listen and will always do what's right for the students. My name is Sophia Rodriguez-Savage, and I'm running for Student Body Vice President. Don't be average, but savage.
Our first question will be directed towards Jocelyn. Sophia will have an opportunity to respond. A major responsibility of student body officers is the selection of members of your student body cabinet. What characteristics would you like to include in that group?
Thank you. I would look for someone who demonstrates strong leadership qualities and enjoys serving others. A good leader should be someone others can trust and rely on. I would look for characteristics such as integrity, honesty, and selflessness. These traits help build respect and unity. They should also be willing to listen, stay responsible, and put the needs of others before their own. Thank you.
Student body officers are crucial in the running of student government. They provide enormous amounts of help during the school year, whether it's guiding freshmen to where their new classes are, or showing up on a Saturday to decorate the school for our dances. Because of how important their role is, I would want cabinet members who are responsible and dependable, willing to put in effort constantly. Since collaboration is crucial, I value people who are respectful, team-oriented, and open-minded. Most of all, I would look for students who genuinely care about improving our school and are willing to listen to others.
Our second question is for Sophia. Jocelyn will have an opportunity to respond. How would you ensure that all students feel included and represented in Central?
As someone who is incredibly proud of our culture, I know a little bit about what it means to both want to fit in and stay true to myself. No student is the same as another, and it's truly our differences that set us apart and should be celebrated. Diversity, equity, and inclusion aren't just words on a paper. They are actions that we can take to make sure that each student knows they are exactly where they belong. So whether it's more events that celebrate all kinds of talents and identities, or providing more spaces where every interest or voice is valued, I would work on making sure that no student is ever overlooked, left out, or made to feel like they don't belong.
I think the most important way to ensure everyone feels included is by first making sure every student feels heard. Each student has their own unique ideas and opinions, and I want to create more opportunities for those voices to be shared. Student government can help accomplish this by setting up suggestion boxes, sending out online surveys, and placing tables in the cafeteria where students can easily share their inputs and ideas. Thank you.
Thank you, candidates. Our final office is Student Body President. Our current Student Body President, Christian Lopez, will introduce the candidates.
Two candidates running for Student Body President are Joe Garcia and Rudy Habinger. We will now hear opening remarks by Joe, followed by Rudy.
My name is Joe Garcia, and I'm running for Student Body President. I am so incredibly excited and grateful for this opportunity. So first and foremost, I thank you. Central, I've been waiting for this moment, and it is our time. Yes, it is our time to take control of our lives. I would love to make your opinion and your voice heard, because I am in no way any different from any of you. So don't be afraid to let me know what you're thinking and what you would like to see happen. I'm running for Student Body President because I believe this school should not just be something that we have to push through. I'd rather create a school to be an environment that you look forward to and get excited about. We spend 7 hours a day, 5 days a week in this big old building. And since we're here so much, I believe Central should be a welcoming place we all love. I want to focus my presidency around having a good time. I've been alongside this school 3 years before I got here because I watched my brother do all of this. And this means that I'm very experienced and I know exactly what I'm doing. I've been a leader for the marching band as the drum major. I've been class president for multiple previous years. I'm no stranger to leadership, and I don't want to be a stranger to you. Each and every one of you has a beautiful story to tell, and I've met some of the most amazing people in this school. If you were to vote me for Student Body President, I would love to continue that story with you. I want all of you to have as much pride in this school as I do, as I represent theater, band, tennis, student government, NHS, and that is just what I do. There's so many other opportunities Central offers, like their clubs, like bracelet making, chess club, baking club, and athletics like football and soccer and track that make Central unique and special, which is why I appreciate this place and love it genuinely so much. We have art kids that draw and paint unique, beautiful pictures, kids in woodworking, we're using tools, kids that go to Hilliard's to learn amazing trade skills, fashion and fabrics kids to make sewn crafts, and foods kids for making food! There's so much opportunity in all fields, and that's just to name a few. I believe Central has something fun for everyone. As a wise sponge once said, F is for friends who do stuff together.
U is for you and me. In is for anywhere, anytime at all, down here in the deep blue sea. I love you all so much, and I'm so grateful for you guys. Huge thanks to everyone that helped me get here. Thank you, God, my parents, my brother, my friends, and you, because it truly takes a village. Bojo, Student Body President, thank you.
When I think about what makes high school truly memorable, it's not just the classes or the homework, it's the moments. The football games, the assemblies, the people you meet, the memories you don't realize you're making until later. That's why my main goal as president is to make this next year as fun, inclusive, and unforgettable as possible for every single student. And a big part of that starts with school spirit. I want our student sections at football games and basketball games to be something people actually look forward to. Not just showing up, but showing out. Being loud, being creative, and bringing energy that our teams can feel. As president, I'll take the lead in organizing themes, getting more people involved, and making sure we're supporting our athletes to their full potential. Because when we show up like that for each other, it builds something bigger than a game. It builds a connection. And that connection is what Central is all about. Central is a diverse school, full of different backgrounds, personalities, and perspectives. And that's one of our greatest strengths. It's what makes our school unique. I want to continue building an environment where everyone feels included, respected, and comfortable being themselves. Because high school is more than just 4 years, it's a time where we figure out who we are and who we want to become. And the truth is, the best version of yourself isn't something you find by fitting in. It's something you discover by being real. So I want Central to be a place where you don't feel like you have to hide who you are, but a place where you're proud to show it. This year is also going to be different. With students from Lafayette joining us, we're not just continuing a tradition, we're growing it. Change like this can be challenging, but it's also an opportunity. An opportunity to bring new energy, new friendships, and new ideas into what already makes Central special. And let me be very clear, we're not losing what makes Central Central. We're strengthening it. Our identity, our pride, and our culture won't disappear, they evolve. And as president, I'll work to make sure that every student, whether you've been here for 4 years or 4 days, feels like they belong. At the end of the day, this isn't about me, it's about us. It's about creating a school year where people feel connected, where school spirit is at its highest, and where everyone has something to look forward to. So if you want a year that's more exciting, more inclusive, and more memorable than ever before, vote Rudy. Thank you.
Our first question will be directed to Joe, where you will have an opportunity to respond. In recent years, there has been a decrease in attendance and school spirit at CHS games, events, and assemblies. What ideas do you have to increase school spirit?
Thank you, Christian. I know parts of the year can seem mundane and dreary. I'm the type of person that's always looking forward to the next event. But not everything has to be a massive pep rally. Instead, we can have fun mini-events, like nominating a student of the week over the intercom. Maybe there's a certain day we have a grade level battle. There's so many different things in Central, like our clubs. We can have a club of the week. Having a great time at Central is my #1 priority.
Because school spirit shouldn't only show up at big events, during the quieter parts of the year, I focus on creating smaller, consistent opportunities for students to stay connected. Things like theme spirit days, lunchtime activities, for students to stay connected. I also want to highlight student voices more, whether that's through social media, announcements, or recognizing achievements. It's about making everyday school feel like engaging, so there's always something to look forward to, not just the big moments.
Our second question will be directed to Rudy. Joe will have an opportunity to respond. How would you lead and inspire the student body if elected?
Bringing two student communities together is about creating shared experiences. not forcing one identity over another. As president, I focus on opportunities where students can naturally connect, like classes, activities, spirit events that pair students across backgrounds, and clubs that actively welcome new members from both schools. I also prioritize listening sessions so students can share what they want this new culture to look like. Most importantly, I emphasize that we're not erasing what makes each group unique, we're building a new central identity that respects both histories while creating something stronger together.
There's going to be a lot of new next year with the addition of Lafayette. There's going to be some changes, but together we will persevere. I care about Central so incredibly much, and this is just going to build off of what we already know and what we already have. We're going to keep all of the good parts of Central, like our traditions and our events, and simply add to them. I'm ready to work with Lafayette's leaders and you on integration plans because this is a team effort. But remember that we will always be Central. Thank you.
Who have spoken today. The final election for your 2025-2026 student body. The final election for your 2025-2026 student body officers is now open. And juniors, sophomores, and freshmen can start voting right now by visiting the website chs.votingforschools.com and logging in with your student ID and birthday. The polls will be open from now until 3 this afternoon. Results will be posted later today on the CHS Student Government Instagram account. Any students who would like to run for a class officer position, sign-ups are now open to Carter. The deadline to sign up is Wednesday. Thank you all for listening to our candidates today. Please vote and have an amazing day. And remember, be true,